Help, Heather, I don't know what is going on with me. I pre-track my day. I have all my food laid out. I think I'm gonna do really good. I'm feeling motivated. And then I fizzle out before the end of the day. I end up overeating, emotional eating, grazing, and I have all these extra calories that I didn't start the day with, and I feel kind of crappy, and the cycle just keeps repeating. Is that you? I know it's been me. I know it's been a lot of my coaching clients. I know it's been a lot of community members. And so here we have to ask ourselves, if we're stuck in that cycle of behavior, and what we're doing is not breaking us out, then what if we were to do the opposite? Dun, dun, dun. One of the beautiful things I've learned about math, you guys know I like math, right? And I was a math teacher, is that in order to find a solution to an equation, in order to do it, you're basically working it in the reverse. So if you think about it, to find X, you're moving all the numbers away from X using the inverse operation, right? So if you're adding 3 on this side, to move it to the other side, you subtract 3. It's a very normal way of thinking about math. You have to undo things in order to get to the solution. So my brain works that way a lot of times. When I see people hitting their head against the same wall over and over and over again, we're adding 3, we're adding 3, we're adding 3, we're not getting to where we want to be. I say, well, what if we did the opposite? What if we subtracted 3 from this equation? And what that looks like when it comes to your journaling, your eating behaviors, is to actually pre-track that day at the beginning. Oh, whoa, Heather, we're talking absolute craziness right now. So let's just imagine you're setting out your day, you think you're gonna eat 1,800 calories, but every day you're overeating, and let's just say you're hitting 2,400, right? What I would encourage you to do to break out of this monotony that you're in is I would say tomorrow, track the 2,400 calorie day on the front end. Get up first thing in the morning, go have your coffee, breakfast, whatever you do, and then look at what you've been doing the last several days and pre-track that on purpose. Heather, are you going a little crazy? Maybe I am, but I tell you it works. So anyway, you pre-track your quote unquote worst day, and then you remember that you don't have to finish the day that way. You can choose not to eat some of that stuff. And what my deal is with you is before you go to bed at night, you get to delete what you don't eat. This is a much more empowering approach than to pre-track your best day, be hopeful, then find it crashing and burning all around you when it doesn't go according to plan, and then to have to come back in later and add food or just skip the whole day altogether, which is what a lot of people do. You see huge vacant lots in people's food journals because ultimately they didn't want to be honest with themselves and put down what they really ate. So really, if you're somebody who even just struggles with getting consistent with tracking, this will also help you there as well. And then you go through and you say, I didn't have that 2 cups of ice cream tonight. Maybe I delete it. So now you get to see things coming back off. I love the Christmas Carol, and I've used it many, many times in the show. I've mentioned it on different things. But what I love about the Christmas Carol is the very last ghost of future. Ebenezer Scrooge gets to go up and he sees everyone standing around his grave, right? And he realizes there's nobody missing him. There's no heartfelt sympathy for him. People are cackling and carrying on. And he finally realizes, oh my gosh, that hasn't happened yet. I don't have to go out this way. And so what happens the next morning, you know the story, he gets up, he goes buys people's turkeys, he goes around wishing everybody Merry Christmas, he totally changes his tune. Why? Because he didn't have to have the ending that he saw. You don't have to have the ending you see. It may make you wildly uncomfortable to pre-track 3,000 calorie day, but it doesn't have to stay that way. Who controls how the story ends? It's you. But by putting it all down to begin with, let's just say it actually goes that way. Let's say you actually ate 3,000 calories and you pre-tracked 3,000 calories. At least you're getting consistent with tracking. At least you're not fibbing to yourself. You're being self-honest, self-aware. This is where I currently am. And what you may start to notice as you do that day in and day out, you're like, oh, okay, I keep doing this, but I don't have to finish my day this way. It's a completely reverse thought process, but I promise you it will work. It empowers people to see themselves deleting things. It empowers people to claim it on the front end and bite the bullet and get past the uncomfortability factor. And they know they have the opportunity to change it versus what we feel, at night when we kind of have to reluctantly go in and add things and we feel kind of badly about it. It's a completely positive response versus a negative response. I hope this message helps. If you need more help in your journey, please like and subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm turning out tons of content. And if you could share some of these videos with other people, I hope that they're helping. And if you need additional help, you can always leave me a question in the comments below. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.